We didn't know that lots of pioneers in this, involved in social protests, were actually making changes that were giving a wake-up call to the U.S. government, because my parents were born in the United States. Both my parents were born in the United States, raised here, but you would never know that because I grew up speaking Spanish at home. They were almost like living in a vacuum outside of the American mainstream. Mm-hmm. And because we were not as important, my grandmother was very sickly. She would keep my mother at home, since she was the oldest of the girls, to take care of her. Consequently, she never went beyond the 3rd grade and missed a lot of school, so she didn't even learn how to read, so it was very unfortunate. Nobody from the school district, this is in South Texas, would go and bring her to school, or at least find out what was going on. I know for a fact that there was compulsory education laws back then, but apparently Mexican people did not matter enough to go and investigate and see why the child was not coming to school.
And especially when from Corpus we moved to the northern part of Texas, and at an area where English was so dominant. We came from Robestan, Corpus Christi, where there was Spanish in the community spoken. I grew up speaking only Spanish. Moved to the northern part of Texas, where all of a sudden there was zero Spanish. So we went into school and we were not allowed to speak any Spanish at all. There was punishments being given for Spanish speaking, and because there was no way of servicing us in the classroom, we were put in the very back of the seats and forgotten. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the year, we would just move on to another classroom, but without any kind of learning happening.